Alright, welcome back to another Teen Angels magazine. And this week I got a really cool one. The front cover reminds me of something Andy Warhol would do, like something pop art where colors are really bright, they don't make a lot of sense, and there's just like 3-4 colors and something black and white. Something he's really recognized for is the Marilyn Monroe and her portrait done in like 6 different styles or 4 different styles using a similar color palette, and that's what I kind of see here. Just bright colors that make it look, it's not too fine art, but it's not too cartoony. It's like right in the middle. But yeah, that's Teen Angels number 9. Let's get into it. And here we have on the left side, it says Los Barrios Unidos de Ventura County. Dang, I don't know how to say it. How to pronounce it, I mean. Ventura. You got Chiques, El Rio, Camarillo, Ventura, Montalvo, Saticoy, Santa Fe, Fileros, Morphas, Peru, and Simi. And I guess those are some barrios de Ventura County. And here we have a gangster couple kissing, and if you think they may look familiar, just take a look at this. This one's from Teen Angels number 8. And then boom, you have very similar people, if not the same people. And so I think it's like a fun recurring theme in this magazine, and that's just something I wanted to quickly point out. Alright, now let's continue. Then here you got Los Vatos y Que. Got a bunch of pictures from people that I assume sent in their picture. Some of these pictures are just like their yearbook photos. The one in the middle, that's the easiest to read, says Señor Eddie Boy, Lil Night Owl con giggles, rolling the flats locos. What? And then on the right side you got a bunch of classic cars, and I think this is like just different stuff. I know Teen Angel was into hot rods as well. You got in the middle, right, David Conrad from St. Louis, Missouri, subscribes to Teen Angels. This is his red 32 Ford, and that Ford isn't necessarily a lowrider yet, but it's more like a hot rod. And then here we have just more lowriders. And then let me see if I can read something. I guess another thing Teen Angel like to do is custom build his cars. In another Teen Angels, or not, in another lowrider magazine, he explains how he would take his car down to Tijuana, and in TJ he would take it to a shop, and they would lower the roof and make changes like that, and then he would drive back to the USA. So right here on the left side it says this is what it looked like before being chopped and customized. It says back in the 50s you could find a car like this in every high school parking lot down in the rear. This was the way to fix up your car if you were a real gone hepcat. Down in the back, skirts chopped and smoothed out. And so I think that's how it looked before, the bag, and the final product. If you notice, the roof gets lowered, so that's what he means by that. And Pomona Valley, ex-Japanese Army staff car. And on the right side, he's got Gil Ayala's Customs. And I think this is a letter someone wrote to him. Memo Ortega. It says, Teen Angels, this is a 46 Ford Custom from the 1950s. This carucha was customized by the famous Gil Ayala from East Los Angeles. And it goes on with the rest of the story. Well, hopefully you guys can read it, man. And here's one full 2-page spread. And this is an old cruiser just going down the street. And it says on the bottom right, a 1953 Chevy El Jeff de... I think it says Pomona, but I could be wrong. We have back with some more pictures. And this says San Jose Califas. And this picture is of a young girl that passed away. On the bottom left it says Marissa Whitesell, R.I.P. 1971-1981. So 10 years, and there's a little paragraph of how she was. And I don't think it really explains how she passed away, but you know, it just says she was part of the drill team, community leader, under the direction of Cecilia Galvan, and a prominent citizen of San Jose. And then here's a picture on the bottom. It says, "To Teen Angel with love from Claudia Rodriguez, Janice Whip," and more people. Yeah, but you know, I guess Teen Angel celebrated everyone that wanted to be celebrated or remembered. And then here we have just people with their lowrider bikes. Andres, Alfredo, and Andy, 3 female bikers from Watsonville, California. And then the little kid on the bottom left is El Lil Flaco. On the right side you got something Sanchez from San Bernardino. Yeah, I think the San Bernardino picture down for me is the one that goes the hardest. And in the middle, the word in the middle says South San Pancho. And then we turn the page and we see hometown gangs, and I believe it's a poem. It says, "The boys of our town have joined in gangs." And then it's a prayer, starts off as a prayer. And this is by Big Al Davoren. Big Al Davoren. And then you got dedications and drawings. SFL San Fran Locas. And I can't really read the name of the drawing that was signed by. But then you have Los San Fran Comic Book Company, Ike. And it has an address and a phone number you can call. More old school pictures. On the top right you got Sandy Ramos and baby Isaac. And then got a bunch of babies. And then you got some more teenagers. And then on the right side, you got your more teenagers. They don't look that old. There's La Giggles, Gloria, La Flaca Aurora, and La Loca Marianne, La Fifi, Middle, and La Stormy Hilda, Joker Martina, Puras Poros, y que 15. And then on the other pictures is more kids. And I really like this border of like little muñequitos. I've never seen a border like that in any other magazine. Las homegirls y que. And then yeah, just there's more youngsters. These girls don't look too old. And then you got a bunch of fun names: La Goofy, the VFR, Dream Lover, La Smiley, the Houston, Little Ciclonita, La Chica de Lincoln, Teardrop de Selma, La Goofy Loca de Azusa, Chita y Giggles, Julie Partida, La Reina de Hollister. You got a bunch of fun names. Las Cholas de Eagle Pass High School, La Loca Marianne y La Puppet, Connie de Poros. Yeah. Got the pen pals, people that want to be written to. And man, I hope you guys could like really read the some of the entries, because some of the titles say things like "New Wave Girl Hates Cholas," or another one that says "I'm not a chola." Yeah, and then on the right side you got, do you need some clothes? I'm sending in this coupon right now so we can get the free fashion catalog. You really need some clothes, you know? Yeah, and I want some cholo shades también. Free chola band. And I guess this is for an advertisement for the Valley department store. It's a really cool ad. You got some gangsta drawings. And then I guess at Disco Azteca sells Teen Angels magazines. That's in Sacramento, CA. So you got classic gangsters hanging out by the wall. Basically the gangster version of King of the Hill. And the drawing is by Bully ESO 1982. And yeah, and then on the right side you got, I think, letters to Teen Angel or other dedications. You got more drawings, more pictures people send in. And some of these names I can't read. But everyone on the left side is wearing chola bands, even that little girl. And on the right side, you see a girl doing an X with her hands, and her hands are open. And the centerfold, Chevrolet. And yeah, this Chevrolet definitely has the hydraulics in it. Has the front lifted, the back lowered. And yeah, just scraping. And here we have another cool picture. This is a drawing by Teen Angels as well. But seeing this, I think it's a painting like acrylic paint, but with the acrylic paint, I guess he took a picture of it or he scanned it and then he had to put it in black and white. I don't think he painted it in black and white. It looks like it could have been a colored picture originally, and then because to put it in the magazine, I guess he had to put it in black and white, but who knows. And the license plate says Gitana. I think that's a recurring theme in future magazines like El Corazon magazine. We see that word return, Gitana. But here we have advertisements for other locations that sell Teen Angels magazines. And you have Fresno, The Hanging Tree, The California Lowrider in Oxnard, Los Latinos pinup poster, here we have some more badass drawings. And then, you can tell that on these on this picture with the white people, he kind of just wrote on it with marker. Las más locas y que Teen Angels Aslan. And I can't read what it says on the guy's jacket. Yeah, this is really cool. I've never seen this spread before, or these images. And then back to the Oldsmobiles. And again, before and after pictures on the left side. Before and after Ruben's 38 Chevy 2-door sedan. Ruben is from Chino, California. His 38 has been featured in other magazines and is a real beauty. A black paint outside, interior white, and it has late model running gear. And then on the bottom, Memo Ortega show winning 37 Chevy and 4-door sedan. It's a blue car, also featured in many magazines and won trophies. On the right side, you got more descriptions of people with their vehicles right here in the bottom. Memo Ortega's 37 Chevy in 1951. Notice the 40 Ford lights. And I guess while Lowrider magazine was still pumping out Lowrider magazine, Teen Angel focused on even more old school cars. And here we got big super event, Battle of the Hoppers. A cool 2-page advertisement for a car show in Texas. And this is April 10 and 11, 1982. So Teen Angel magazine is going on at the same time as Firme and Que Hubo. And on the left side you got Bakers. I think these are different poems or different stories or letters that people wrote in. And on the right side you got more advertisements. And yeah, you can buy more Chola bands. Someone's selling their 54 Chevy called Lucy. And on the left side you got your dedication. And you have a really cool drawing. I think the drawing is done by La Lidia. Oh no, on the top it says Manuel Lidia. So I think the artist is Manuel and he's just putting his girlfriend's name on it. Pretty sure. Then right here it says FEB AR something, AROYO, Arroyo or whatever. But that's his drawing, and a bunch of dedications. And then on the right side you got, on top it just says Jesus like 5 times, and I guess these are people that just want to share their story about changing from the La Vida Loca to good people. More dedications, flower border. And here we have an advertisement for Hammer and Lewis. It says, Órale ese, I got my firme drapes at Hammer and Lewis. And the drawings by Rodrigo Beltran. Pretty sure that's what it says. And on the right side you got really cool Aztec drawing. It is a drawing we've seen before. And right here you have Corazón de Aslan. I recognize this image because I see it on eBay all the time, but the cheapest issue I can find it for is $200. So that's always something that, like, and I've only seen that one issue. I've never seen any other issues. Can never buy it. But it says right here, send in some money and you get, send in $15 and you get 12 issues. And that's Corazón de Aslan, another magazine that I'd like to have. And here we have a lot of hit-ups, a lot of people's names. The little character looks kind of funny. It says, Teen Angels don't write on walls. Ese, we have our own libro to write on. Send in your placas for the best for these pages. 50,000 readers will be checking it out. Oh, alright, so I guess this magazine, or like the page, is from a different magazine, and people would write on it and then they would scan it and send it back in, and then Teen Angels would publish it again. Cool. You got some more dedications, and this is the last page. A bunch of people with their Teen Angels jackets, or it says Teen Angels, but the one on the right says Dream Angels, and I can't read the fuzzy one, but then the one on the bottom says Brown Satisfaction, Car Club, Pittsburgh, CA. Noise. And that's it. Okay, this is the real last page. On the left side you got, again, Rodrigo Beltran y El Smiley knocking out some drawings. And the last letter from Teen Angels, and on the right side you got some old school ladies from the Redlands, and they're just like sitting on their car. Very cool. And that's it. We end with the advertisement from Hammer and Lewis, and this is why I like Teen Angels so much. And I wish Que Hubo magazine had more advertisements like Teen Angel, where they're fun, they're creative, their drawings or their pictures, versus the cigarette ads, you know. But this is Teen Angels number 9. Classic issue, or classic front cover. I think like the first like 10 front covers of Teen Angel all have like, they're all pretty different, and I think they're all done by him, versus the ones in the future where, you know, they look like they're done by different artists. But that's it, and look out for my next video.